Kept finding long hairs in the bathroom, but neither my husband nor I have long hair. Thought it was an affair, only to discover something even more shocking. This all started a few weeks ago. While cleaning the bathroom, I found several long hair strands on the shower wall. It immediately struck me as odd because not only does my husband not have hair, but I also have a very cropped, short hairstyle. So, it's impossible for these strands to belong to either of us. Confused, I washed them away, but couldn't stop thinking about it. I decided not to say anything, but kept an eye out. There's a pattern. The hairs seem to appear whenever I'm at work or out for a longer period of time. I feel like I'm losing my mind trying to make sense of this. I don't want to jump to conclusions about what this might mean, but I couldn't shake the feeling, so I asked my husband about it. He just shrugged, which made me even more paranoid. Surely this is strange enough to warrant a real explanation, so why is he so unbothered? It feels like he's downplaying it, and that's making me question things more. It happened again 2 days ago, so I brought it up again. This time, he admitted it was odd, but told me the hairs must be mine. They aren't. I told him that, but now he just ignores me whenever I try to bring it up. I don't want to jump to accusations or assume the worst, but I can't stop stressing about this. How could these hairs keep appearing when neither of us has long hair? For context, we've been staying home during lockdown and haven't had any visitors that I'm aware of, so it's not like it could be a family member or friend. Update 1 week later. I ultimately decided against setting up a secret camera because, ironically, I didn't want to betray my partner's trust. Even though part of me wanted to rule out something wild, like someone living in the walls, as some comments had joked, I chose a different approach. Instead, I planned to leave work early, which is something I never do. My boss allowed me to take a half day, so I headed home, unsure of what I might find. When I arrived, nothing seemed out of place. I scanned the driveway and the street for unfamiliar cars, but didn't see anything unusual. Quietly letting myself in, though, I was immediately thrown off. There was a pair of men's shoes in the hallway that I didn't recognize. Standing there, I couldn't decide what to do. Should I sneak around or make my presence known? Before I could decide, my husband walked out of the kitchen holding 2 cups of tea. From the look on his face, it was clear he wasn't expecting me. Trying to stay calm, I played it cool and asked him how he'd known I was coming home early to make me tea. Expecting him to make up some excuse, I was surprised when he sat me down and explained everything. Apparently, at the start of lockdown, a friend of his, someone I barely know because I'd only met him once, lost his job, got evicted, and had been couch surfing. For the past couple of weeks, this friend had been coming over during the day to use our shower and borrow my husband's shirts and suits to get ready for job interviews. And as it turns out, his friend has long hair and a beard, which explained the mysterious hairs I'd been finding. So, no, my husband wasn't cheating. He was just trying to help his friend Dave without making me uncomfortable. After his shower, I met Dave, and he turned out to be a really nice guy who was just going through a rough patch. I wished him luck on his socially distanced interview, and he went on his way. I asked my husband why he didn't just tell me about all of this, and he admitted he was worried about how I'd react. He thought I might not approve of the situation or wouldn't like his friend. On top of that, Dave was apparently embarrassed about needing help and didn't want anyone to know. When I told my husband I had started to believe he was cheating, he was completely shocked. He hadn't even considered how hiding this might look. I told him the whole situation was ridiculous and even suggested that Dave could stay with us until he got back on his feet. Ironically, my wildest theory, someone secretly living in our walls, turned out to be halfway true, but at least it wasn't a stranger. I'm just relieved it was all innocent in the end.